Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dewayne. I got a video for that. Kimble, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. I am joined again today with my cohort of VA housing education, David Piatek. David, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, no problem. It's always a pleasure. I think we are what, 2.5 years into this thing?
I think so. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, can you imagine not the number of videos that we've done, live streams, but the hours, or if we calculated the minutes, you
Well,
know,
we did do a 12-hour live event,
yeah,
so
that would definitely skew the numbers there a little bit opposed to the live streams and videos. But everyone, today we're going to be talking about, is the holidays the best time to file your VA compensation claim and or apply for a VA home loan? Okay. Is the holidays the best time? So, Dave, I'll let you go first. I ask you the question. If I was thinking about buying a house
okay.
any time of the year, and I called you and I said, David, hey, I'm buying a house in December, the 1st of December, would that be a good idea?
100% it would. In fact, it is the best worst time to buy ever. Okay. And I am the biggest fan of November, December, and January closings. Now, this is skewed towards cold weather. Okay. So if you're in the northern part of the United States, it is the most miserable time, right? It's cold, it's snowing. If you're listing a house in the wintertime, there normally has to be some type of reason, like an estate sale, a financial difficulty. It could be a divorce situation. It could be a reload situation. So normally, properties sitting on the market in that time frame, you can normally get the best deals on. So like clockwork, Dwayne, like clockwork, November hits, all of a sudden we're seeing a lot of credits being offered for veterans buying homes, December,
Really?
January, because again, think about it. If like the holidays are coming up and during heavy holiday season, people also really don't move, right? Who wants to move in the wintertime? Now, the opposite happens in warmer markets where people may actually pick up a little bit. Well, right now it's a little bit slow because it might be too hot and kind of going through this transition period. And then you also just have people retiring that are selling homes, uh, you know, going to warmer weather, which is pretty valid. But for sellers, it's the worst time because if you're selling during that time, not a lot of people want to move in the wintertime. I know
Mhm.
you always send me pictures of the sun when it's snowing here. So you understand that, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't like the cold anymore.
Mm.
But just imagine moving during that time. And I've done it before, and it is just a horrible process. But again, this is why it's a great opportunity to jump on. So if you've been waiting on the sidelines, this is your opportunity to be able to do that. And they'll say, Dwayne, like right now, people are like, oh, the housing market is crashing. Like, yeah, it's going down in some markets, not all. And it's just correcting itself based on crazy overvaluation of properties in some areas that have gone up so fast that, yes, we're seeing a correction in that. But we're still seeing people buy homes. So it's like doomsday at the end of the day. Because like I tell people all the time, it's that it's not the market, it's you, right? Can you afford today? Does it
Right.
make sense for you today? Because if you can't afford it today, I'm not, historically values go up over time. So, you got to really sit down and look at your financial picture. Be like, if I can't afford it today, that means I can't afford it tomorrow unless I change my financial picture. I'll
Yeah.
leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I got
but
you. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess I was on the opposite end of the spectrum thinking it wouldn't be a good time to buy a home for opposite reasons. Obviously, like November, December, I would, I'm obviously that's not my area of expertise, but I'm thinking not a lot of people were selling
Right.
because, especially in I would say not so much. I think majority, some of it is part of being in colder climates and just moving in that slush and all that stuff. Uh, but if you're buying, you probably got stuff packed up, and if you enjoying the holidays, it's not like you you're really enjoying it. You know what I mean? Because you got stuff probably in storage. And then if you're selling, then you probably want your house nice and neat, especially with all, around Christmas time or whatever, to make it look a little bit more presentable, right? But yeah, I always thought that that wouldn't be a good time. But who am I, right? I never bought a
You're
house.
somebody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You got a video for that. That's who you are.
I got a video
But
for
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Like that's why you have so many people that sit on. So Dwayne, like this is a great example. There's so many people that are thinking like, well, like yeah, the weather's not. I don't want to go out. I want to do this. I don't want to move during this time. This is why it's an advantage for buyers because the people that are
Yeah.
willing to do it, they get the deals. So that's why I throw it out there, right?
Okay.
Holidays, it's only like a couple days, but people will be
Yeah.
like, I need to take a month off and just relax.
Because I guess best, I'm assuming like the sellers. So if you could find someone like the end of October, the first week of November,
Mm,
you know, because they want to probably moving somewhere and
right.
they want to get in there before, Thanksgiving if they celebrate Thanksgiving, and definitely get in there before Christmas so they can,
Yeah.
unpack and just get everything. So yeah, so they probably do a little bit more opposed to it being like, you know, uh, end of June or something like
Right.
that.
And they're
Yeah.
motivated. So they're like, that's the reason why things move so much faster. They're not like, we're going to wait to accept offers in 2 weeks. Normally it's like, hey, submit the offer. If it looks good, let's rock and
And
roll.
go from
So,
there. Okay.
and then
Okay.
the beauty of it, and I'm assuming, I'm going to make an assumption here, and you tell me if I'm wrong. On the VA home loan side, lenders are basically controlling the transaction, right? So if federal employees are on holiday or taking all their leave during
Yeah.
December, it doesn't affect us unless it's like there's an issue with like your certificate of eligibility. That's why you need to
Right.
request all this stuff ahead of time, by the way. But from the VA disability compensation side, does it slow down?
Yes and no. What they do is, especially if it's not like a government shutdown, right? So we're talking outside of that or
Yep.
people being furloughed. The beginning of every year, supervisors in most regional offices, they'll ask their team, "Hey, put your leave in now." I never did that because I didn't never want to take leave around the holidays because you got Black Friday, then you got Christmas Eve and stuff like that, and they would let us off, a few hours early. And I'm like, I'll just call off sick the next day. I got 2 days, so I could get like a 4 or 5 day weekend.
Right.
And to file a claim during the holidays, let's just say like the week of Thanksgiving, the week of Christmas, probably not the best time because things are really slow. There's a skeleton crew. But if they are offering overtime September, October leading up to the holidays, that's the best time to do it. But you don't know if they are offering overtime. That's the thing. But if you roll the dice, I would say I would be doing it, mid, late September, early October, get that claim and get it on the books. So if they're offering overtime during that time, those people are working that overtime to save up for what? The holidays, right? To buy gifts or if they, celebrate Christmas or not. Some people don't, but they're saving up. And a lot of times I remember people working overtime like the weekend before Christmas. I think I did it one year. I wasn't even married. I don't think I was dating my wife at the time. I didn't have nothing else to do. So I jumped on my motorcycle. It was warm. So I jumped on my motorcycle. It was on a Saturday, drove there, had to work like a minimum of 4 hours or something like that. I think I ended up working 6 or 7, knocked out a few cases, and went back home and played PS4, or I think it was PS4 at the time. Yeah. So you have to sort of time it right. So if I was, someone was to ask me that, I'm like, mid September all the way up to like mid November. But if you're talking like the week of Thanksgiving, the week of Christmas, people are off. I
Yep.
remember going into the office and you could see empty cubicles, skeleton crew, stuff like that. So a lot of claims are not getting work just because reduction in manpower.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
now let me actually take that back for what I said, because we do also have, now that you think about it, like, yeah, there's people, because I'm always working. So I'm always just like thinking like, oh, everyone just works all the
Everybody
time,
else is
even on
working. Yeah.
holidays.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, you're right. So underwriters, processors,
Yeah.
and the appraisers, like, they will take blocked time off as well during that time. So
Mhm.
I really would say I discount the week of Thanksgiving, and between Christmas and New Year's, you could basically count that things are closed. It might as well be,
Mm. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like, especially in our industry, it is so go go go, always working. It's 7 days a week normally. Um, so they normally take those, like, same thing like Memorial Day, Labor Day. That whole week
Yeah.
normally people take off. Thanksgiving or 4th of July, that whole week is taken off for people. So yeah, but outside of that, it should just still be business as usual. But that's why
Right.
I would say, because like VA disability, you can't just be like, hey, I'm gonna let the VA to file my claim in 45 days and we'll be done. Like, that doesn't work that way, right? Like, you're at their mercy.
Right. Well, here's the thing, and it's something I did when I was working. We had skeleton crews. You know what I was looking for? Veterans that file claims that had DBQs and nexus statements already. Because I was like,
Oh,
I can knock those out quick, right? I don't need a CM, I don't need to request a CMP exam for them. And that's any time during the year. But during those months, November, December, I can rack up a lot of production points that way. And if you're a VA employee and hearing this, that is a huge nugget, right? That's a huge nugget, you know. And then it's a win for the vet too, because
yep.
then they could get that back pay around that time, you know, not have to go to a CMP exam 3 days after I make that decision, maybe 3 or 4. The letter is going out, and you know the money is already probably hit their bank account, and it helps. You know, it's the holidays, right? You want to spend a little extra money for your family. So, Dave, before we close out, any closing words around this holiday thing? But I think, yeah, I didn't think about, yeah, those individuals, loan processors.
I know
They're taking
those,
off too.
those people that basically make the job much easier. All
Yeah.
right. So the two main takeaways is, one, the best worst time to buy is during the November, December, January. I highly encourage you to buy during that time if you've been on the fence and you have the ability to do so. And the second thing is, if you go under contract, give it an extra week. Okay. Just add that to the timeline just to make things on the safe side. So either you do it before, a week before the holiday, or the week after. Try not to do closings during the holiday, like a day before
Mm,
Thanksgiving or any of these major holidays that exist, because you're just asking for trouble.
trouble. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, David. And
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you go over to VA Housing Education. David is the #1 subject matter expert on YouTube as it pertains to VA home loans. He will tell you in that closing disclosure that 1,800 that's going towards somebody's marketing. All right. So that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and as always, share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.